this is B-Ray549. Thanks for tuning in. Well, today we complete the restoration process of this 1918 Union tool chest. It's been a long process, and today we finish it up by applying the felt and attaching all the hardware to it. And at the end of the video, I'll show you the completed project. Anyway, let's get this project finished. Okay, now it's time to install the felt, and I got this felt from Gerstner. It is a heavy-duty felt, and I got it when I ordered the leatherette, so it saved in shipping, and I figured I might as well do both at once. And so you just got to take careful measurements of all the pieces, each drawer, get the internal dimensions, and then with a straight edge and a razor, cut all the pieces, and then attach adhesive to the back of the felt. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some hide glue on there, and then lay it in place on each drawer, on the lid, on the top shelf, wherever it needs it. And then just kind of smooth it out, let her dry, and then we're done. So I'm not going to show you every single step. I'll save you some time, and let's get going. First one is 19 1/8 by 8 inch, and that's going to go into the top shelf of the box. And fortunately, these are cut really square from the very beginning, so I don't have to worry about that. The leatherette wasn't as square. I had to square that off, but I'm always going to check. And this first one is 19 1/8. Okay, let's see how that fits in. Oh, should have cleaned the countertop. So I kind of dry fit it. I'm going to have to trim it just a little bit, and then after that I can just put the adhesive on and lay it down. So that's basically what we got to do to each drawer, and also to the lid, top lid, hinge lid. And this is actually going by very quickly now that we got that leatherette on. And then after I do that, I'll put the hardware on, and we'll do a final review of it. So to install the hinges, I need to find the pre-drilled holes to screw the bolts into. So in other words, it's going to be like this on the other side. But I've got these T-nuts that are threaded. So to do that, I think I'll just there we go. Sooner or later. So I've kind of located them a little bit, and if I were just to screw that in there, what I could do is twist the cloth on the leatherette and make a big mess, which I don't want to do. So I know where the T-nuts are, so I think I'll test it out. I'll show you how that works. There we go. Get up a little bit. I'll overheat it. Perfect. Perfect little hole there. Alright. Okay.
Do this.
And we'll do that to the other side and all the other areas that have the T-nuts. Okay, let's go ahead and put the hinges on. And that should go right here. Put that right in there. Get my Craftsman screwdriver. Oh, goes in like a, fits like a glove. And then another one here. I'm not left-handed, but let's try it anyway. Boom, there it is. I'll show you what that's screwing into. I believe they call these T-nuts. Normally they have a barb built on the end of it, but I ordered the ones that use brads. I just liked them better. And then so that fits right through a hole in the back, and then your hinge goes through there, and then the screw goes and attaches into that T-nut. It's a pretty good system. Okay, let's go ahead and attach the hinge top. Yeah, it's just a little too much. Alright, I just got to do that to the other T-nuts and we're ready to attach the lid to the cabinet. Okay, so the next step is to fix the felt to the hinged cover. And to do that, I'm going to use genuine hide glue. Okay, now let's spread that around. And now we'll do the top of the cabinet. Okay, so now I'm going to put on the corner bumpers, and I've got all the originals. These four are in really good condition, so I'm going to use those on the top half. And on the bottom, the two front corners only have two little flanges there. This one, they have a cutout so that they can fit right here, and it fits the cabinet just right. Now if you notice, these are rusty, has a hole that was rusted through on that one, and this one is even kind of banged up, but it's all I have, and it actually adds to the charm of this cabinet. And it's original, so it'll kind of, the original hardware will kind of tie in with the original cabinet front, because I didn't restore the front. And then in the back, they're even in worse condition. Well, this one's not too bad, but this one's really bad. I think this probably sat in water for a good long time, but it started to rust out, but I can still reuse that. And because it's so fragile, I think what I'm going to do is put some rubber bumpers, kind of like rubber legs. And to do that, look what I found. There they are. They're non-staining rubber closet seat bumpers. And yeah, back in the day, they had wooden toilet seats, and the bumpers would wear out. Instead of replacing the whole seat, they would just replace the bumpers. So let me show you what we got here. And we've got the screws, and well, closet seats had on each side, they had a long set and then two little buttons shaped ones. So I'm going to use those two, and I've got 3 or 4 more sets of these. Don't ask me where I got them from, but they've been around for several years, and this is why. Now I've got a use for them. And in addition, they're slotted, so they're vintage screws, which is good. All right. Actually fits pretty good. Okay, we have these to go on, and the handle covers for the lid, and the 4 corners for the top lid. We're getting there. Alright, so what I want to do is resurrect this leather handle, and I am sure that nothing has ever been done to this handle since it was built in 1918. So what I'm going to do is, I've already cleaned it, but I'm going to try this shoe polish because it's leather, so what else would you use? I want to add some color to it. So I'm just going to polish it up. And with shoe polish, you don't need a lot of, you don't want to cake it on there. It just, they say less is more, so. Oh man, it looks so much better with a little coating of shoe polish. Should have actually put this down. Okay, now I'm going to let this set for about 5 minutes and let it dry. Let's go ahead and attach the cover to the hinge. There we go. Okay, let's test the hinge. Oh yeah, beautiful. Nice. Now then, for this hinge, we used oval, kind of an oval head pan, not pan, but oval head screw. I was unable to use a T-nut on the other side, so I'm going to use a wood screw. But I couldn't find a slotted screw with that finish a 1/2 inch or shorter. So what I'm going to have to do is I'll start the screw, take it out, and then I'll cut off the tip of it just so that it's a 1/2 inch. That way it won't screw into the other side of the felt or the leatherette, whatever I decide to leave there. So let's give this a shot. Okay, back it out. That ought to do it. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, check all the corners, and all the corners are attached. The handle, or the hinge, all hinges are attached. Now the handle. I think I'm going to put another coat of shoe polish on here. One thing I'm worried about is, if you can see that, it's starting to fray. And with a white background you can see it. Yeah, it's starting to fray right there. So my wife has some sewing machine stuff that she uses that kind of glues it together, and it does not leave a glossy look to it, so I'll probably use something like that there. Okay, let's go ahead and put the handles on. So there's a hole right in the center for the pin, and another hole right in the center for the pin. Handle is done, and yeah, it looks vintage. Brand new one would probably look out of place. Although I could have recovered this, but it could have turned out worse if I redid it. So I didn't want to do that, and I didn't want to pay someone to do it just because. All right. So, that's the handle. Now we got to get the latches installed, and then that'll be the last bit of hardware, I believe. Oh, no, we got to put the mirror up. Well, let's get this part first. Go. One more latch to install, and I'll show you when it's done. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I will have one more video on this chest, and it'll be a before and after, and it'll show you some real good pictures, before pictures and after. And appreciate you watching.